Yeah, I was would say it's not audio's not working. I was
Microphone.
dang, broke it already.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, there we go. All right, everybody. This is VR Jungle Podcast. I'm not going to go over this the second time of what are the affiliate section. You guys got to see them for a second, so you know from the podcast what they are. I'm just going to jump into it right now. That was my fault. I stream on this and do the VR podcast as well, so you all get to see the affiliate section. Leah got a nice thing about our affiliates. But anything I want to say from our affiliate
There we
section
go.
is all the links are in the description. But today we have Leah from Wandering in Space VR, and then as always we have my lovely
Much better.
co-host Kuss over there.
Yeah, the loud guy.
So from what Wandering Space is it basically a Chinese company, right? It's just basically in that area, but they're also saying that they a remote area throughout that area, and as of now, they are in PC VR. You can get it on Steam, and then soon will be coming to Pico, and then maybe other consoles down the road. But anyways, Leah, how you doing? I know it's Monday, and it's early Monday for you. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. Ready to start talking about our games, and it's been pretty busy ever since the release. But yeah, I'm ready for it.
Ready for it. And yeah, so we have fun times learning new things about podcasts. You know, like you just noticed that I wasn't even using my audio. So we just kind of go with the fly, and we're now just live and fixing this and stuff like that. But everyone can hear me now. Cuss, how have you been? I know it's Sunday night. We typically do this on a Monday, but we did this especially on Sunday for you all because we want to talk about this wonderful game.
I'm doing great, man. Just got my military days done, my obligations, and so on to my next one.
Good.
Exhausted.
And then so Cuz actually Leah actually got to play Wandering in Space before this podcast. So he's the one that put together all those questions for you. So Cuz, if you want to go ahead and kind of like ask any questions you want, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna start rattling off. So first off, my
Okay.
main one. The game is single player right now. Are you guys going to do a co-op or is it or going to be a multiplayer kind of style?
Yes, yes. If you pay attention to our Twitter, we've been actually posting the
Mm,
development footage from our multiplayer co-op. We are working on the PvE co-op right now, and we are going to release them in like 2 months, 2 or 3 months. So it's really exciting. And after that, we're having the PvP session
ooh, I'm
alpha
excited.
test, beta test. So everything will just slowly roll out. Yes, and we do have multiplayer. That's my answer.
The bow, I love the bow. The bow feels really good.
Thank you.
So why
I
so
love that.
instead of being able to find guns on the ground, why do you have to craft them with the supplies you find? And then can you find any? Maybe I missed some, you know.
Yeah. So our game is a FPS roguelike,
Okay.
and we want to have as much more like rogue elements into our gameplay and encourage the players to explore and build on weapons, armors. And so throughout the spaces, we want to encourage them to like practice and get better, and then while crafting the on weapons. And also we are also providing more options in the future. How do we do that? It's like the same mechanic, collecting resources and then crafting. So it's like a basic gameplay we want to reinforce.
Yeah. So I loved the initial tutorial area, like when you're going in and it's teaching you all the stuff. It was really cool. The break from the break in to the from the in the pod, and then you break out of the pod, and then you get, your pistol, and like it just throws you into it. It's like, go this way. It was like, oh, hi, okay, we're in this. And then you just see zombies coming at you. I'm like, oh, okay, hi. It was surprising. It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
It made me really conserve ammo. Like I'm really good at headshots. So like playing was really fun. However, even with headshots, I still ran out of ammo. I was like, "Oh, I don't have any ammo." And I was on the final scene where you have to run across the bridge. I'm like, I have to get all these past all these enemies. So I was like just running. It was hard. I was like, "Oh."
it definitely it was challenging, and I have to say the game has a little bit difficulty above like average FPS. So we expect the players to shoot with a mindset that you have to conserve energy, ammos, and everything, and be as much as accurate as possible. Then also after you crafting all your weapons and upgrade your backpack and everything, your weapons will also be upgraded, and you'll be easier to kill the enemies. And which you probably get to see after the prelude. That's what you play, right? And after that, you will have to climb like 6 towers, like floors towers,
6 levels,
and each level will get a different challenge, and but you will get to get rewards to upgrade.
Yeah, you get a chance to either get a booster or like an upgrade or recycle, or it was one of the, and then I'm forgetting the last one off the top of my head. But yeah, that was
The
really
buff machine.
cool. Yeah, the buff machine. Yeah. I love the buff machine. That was really cool. You just put your hand on the
Thank you.
altar and it like pops up with 3 of them. I love that mechanic because like I can't think of a single game that has a buff mechanic in basic gameplay. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
thank you. Actually, yeah, I maybe we can elaborate on that a little bit. We got a lot of inspirations from other rogue play, such as do you know Hades? The
Hades,
game that
yes.
won yeah, won a lot of awards last 2-3 years ago, and they also had like a God's blessing kind of gameplay, which
Mhm.
is similar as a like a buffing in our game, and we want to give the players surprises as well as a chances to reinforce their own ability. And this is kind of like things we learn, get inspired. So it's not actually like the first thing ever, but in VR, it's definitely
It's the
very
first in
new.
the realm that I've played with. And I've played a lot of
Yeah,
VR games. So
yeah.
why have levels to survive and power-ups between,
So
but not like a giant open area with different sequences? So like
Mm-hmm.
having like an
Yeah,
open
this
area kind of gameplay.
Yeah, have to say, so right now the version you are playing is the
Hmm.
early access. We don't actually have like the full content into it, and the roguelike gameplay.
Hmm.
We have like kind of basic map and everything kind of developed, but not everything. So, after a while, if finish the multiplayer version, we probably will go back and enrich the area, and besides the power-ups, and we have more stuff to show. So the prelude, yes, we love that part, and then probably
Yeah,
we'll
I
just
love that. That was really cool. I love that part of the map. Like story-wise, I was like, you're gonna give me the child, and then I'm running with the child and I'm protecting it, and then I get killed at the end. I'm like, what? No way. You kidding me?
yeah, yeah, totally. Like you probably notice in the tower, the 6 levels, you
Mm,
don't see a lot of story elements,
no.
and we that's because we don't have the time, the resources
Hmm.
to devote to that part. But myself is also like a narrative nerd, and I know we all hope to
Yeah.
adding.
Narrative
Yeah,
nerd.
we
I love
want
it.
to add more more narrative design into the gameplay, and besides like a basic FPS and a
Hmm.
roguelike gameplay, and we want to make it more immersive and give like purpose and meaning to the players. So each level, instead of just like the purpose is just going up to the 6th floor, it's just you have so many other things to do, and then which will echo to our prelude, will be that similar and more immersive experience.
Awesome. Garrett,
So
you had a question?
yeah,
Yeah.
before you go into, because we're answering a lot of questions before getting to like the main oversee of what Wandering Space is and how it came about.
Oh,
Like the
Yeah,
okay.
questions are great,
I
the
feel
questions are great, but I'm sitting here, I'm just like, you have like half the people watching
I've
this not
patched
understanding. Yeah,
half of it.
he
Yeah.
passed it. I'm just like, I'm gonna let him go for a second. But the one thing before we ask more questions, and those are great questions and great feedback as well, because in my personal opinion, like even from not even experiencing the game or like wanting to like as a beginner looking into the game, the video you all made was beautiful. Like it is as graphically made and understanding that where I'm like, okay, this game's gonna be pretty good just because of the cinematic features that you showed. Made me want to play the game. So congratulations on that for sure. But the biggest thing before we go back to Kuss's questions, and trust me, he's got plenty of them, is why wandering in space? Like, why the whole space theme? Did you have any other ideas, or were you all just pretty much stuck on this? And then my second part of the question is how long have you been in production?
Okay. The first question, the why space theme, right? I have to say, our Delve team has been inspired by a lot of great games, and quite many are space themed, sci-fi, and that's also one of our favorite genre. And a few games if you have heard, Warframe or
Yeah,
or
Warframe.
something like UVE, yeah. So those games, we thought they are very rich in gameplay, and we can add different things, not only just one aspect of the game. And probably we have exploration and shooting FPS. We have role play. We can have like more construction, resource management. So in the space, we feel this could be an excellent soil to encourage emergent gameplay. And then for VR, also we wanted to do something easier with in the beginning to test our ability. So FPS is also one of our first pick. So FPS plus space, that's kind of awesome combination. And no else. Oh yeah, for just a little bit side note, for story wise, space is also amazing to create something original. We don't want to be limited to like certain archetype, or if anyone just see this game, so oh, that's just another some replication or other stories. So we want to create something different and more scientific or futuristic. Yeah. So like in all this theme, perhaps is the best option for us. As the second question, oh, sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, the second part was from all that, how long have you all been in production making this? Because like just seeing what I've seen now, and it's not even, and is it not completely at full release, right? Is it beta still?
Yeah. It's just early access with the single player mode. We have like so much more coming up. So we just started in right after the COVID, like 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have many. We didn't.
Wow, really?
Numbers. Yeah.
That's
so
really impressive since
yeah.
2020. Some games have been 7 years in development. Like, holy cow.
Yeah. Right. But before this, our team had some experiences in animation, VFX, and also we made like other games before, so it was not too difficult to just start a VR game. It's maybe the technology we need to figure it out, but content-wise, not new.
Very, very good. You guys are doing amazing for such a, like I wouldn't say inexperienced in the VR world, because you had like several experiences that came to integrate and make it flow better. You guys are doing great. Like the polish on the game is a lot better than some of the other regular VR games that release.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah, and so far, like what I've heard from other people, I've had other people from my team test it, and they've all loved it so far, and they said that it's through the graphics and the gameplay and the shooting, is really well done. So I think a lot of other people are going to appreciate it. So the one thing is that I wanted to, before we go back to Kuss's questions, is that I know that it's PC VR, and I think your next adventure would be going into the wireless stage, which would be on your guys' end using a Pico. But I know that there's been like certain speculations in VR with like Pico going a different direction as well. There's been an ongoing trend in the VR world. Meta's been doing it, PlayStation's been doing it now, Pico's been doing it with the layoffs and stuff, and pushing away from like VR technologies. Does that keep you still wanting to push towards putting this game on Pico, or would you maybe switch your mind to maybe looking at Meta before you do Pico, or is Pico just the go-to you want to do?
Or Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to clarify. We're not like aiming to Pico.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
Just the
they
platform.
came to us. Yeah, they came to us first, and then we eventually, because right now everything's wired, PC VR, and we hope to get to standalone market as soon as possible. And Pico, PSVR, Meta, they are all our potential targets. And yeah, we'll go on to the platform each by each. And as for, let's say, PSVR also, we're in contact. So let's stay for more news. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. And a Meta, I think it just takes time. Because every company they have different procedure, and big companies it take longer. And we have to devote our resources to different area, because like port over to different platform take a long time. And but gladly right now we just hope to polish our current version, which the PCVR version, as much as possible, and all know we got a game, our game works, and also our multiplayer works, server. We are doing like everything for the first time. So definitely polish that first, and then we will just slowly port over to other place.
I think you guys are doing it right, because a lot of places they don't think about their current player base before they reach out to the next one, because like once you get your current player base, you want to maintain and gain followers, for your game. That way you got people buying it and playing it itself, and then you move on. That way you have a player base to start out with, to bounce ideas off of too.
Yeah, and also especially PCVR, like everyone's saying, we got more players or numbers in standalone market, and which we agree. But PCVR is just something like we really want to try, and we love the users. Are mostly high end, as people using PC to play VR, and our graphics and our gameplay also adapt to this platform the best for now.
Yeah. And just because of where we're at in the world, which is, if you look at the growing VR and where the direction's going, is definitely standalone. Is it safe to say the same is over there as well? Because I've noticed over in like Europe, like the European areas, there's probably more people that play PC VR than standalone. But then you look at the American states, most of them are picking up standalones because they want a cheaper thing that is easy. They can travel. We like things as simple as possible.
Portability.
We're going around everywhere. But is it the same over there, or is it like how they are over in Europe, where I think the majority of PC VR people are in Europe? And so how's it over there for you all?
We're developing, actually considering the whole markets, not only just Asia or America and Europe. So we want to see how like all the player base goes. So definitely aiming to standalone, that is kind of the direction, and also the market kind of has to push you to the portability over high end graphics. But we want to keep like both sides. Maybe we got lovers who still stay with the PC VR, and then we will continue the version. But also for the wider audiences who don't normally play VR, and also that's like the largest group, but they are interested in VR. So we still want to go into that section and people get to see and try our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that's most VR developers are doing and trying to get to the wider audiences before. Yeah, so it's just market wise
Focus,
to make this. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense because, I mean, that's the one thing that people don't understand, and I think Kuss will definitely knows is that I'm a big person against wires, and he is a big lover of wires. You know, and that's why we are really good together in this podcast because we live in two different worlds of what we believe in VR. So
quality over portability.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing with me is that I enjoy doing as much in VR as humanly possible that I humanly can do. You know, I'm not a joystick mover. I literally go 360s in my room. If I had a cord, I'd be so wrapped up in that thing, and I jump around. I'm a lunatic in VR, and that's, you know. But then you talk about Kuss, you know, he has horrible aim in every game he does. So, and we like to pick fun at each other, but. It is cool that you talked about PlayStation VR too, because as most people said, there's been 5 devs now that say it's comparable to a 3080 Ti, and that's most people that
good.
have PC VR do not have that quality of gaming machine. You know, they might be close to it, but I would say maybe 10% of the people in VR that play PC VR have a greater than a 3080 because, you know, the 4000 series just came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that...
I just say, like, sadly... Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
All I'm saying is that I think that definitely going to the PSVR, since there's, you know, the cord and the machine alone takes, you know, the graphical thing. I don't think that there'd be a huge switch for you all there. I don't think you will have to really lose as much of the beauty of the game either. And on top of that, you know, at the end of the year we have Quest 3 coming out as well, and so hopefully that helps you not have to take away as much of the graphics as possible.
Yeah. Right. And we maybe it's just as a dev, we normally use the best hardware, and we didn't realize like how much like players are still having bare minimum of the specs, and that's why also we feel if entering standalone market, that will lower the bar for players to experience both nice quality and easier accessibility, I guess.
Yeah, and it always stinks as well seeing games like yours that is like the graphics alone are like you really like. Sometimes when you talk about VR, there's a lot of things that when you walk into a room or like walking to space, and like, you know, there's only 1% of the world has probably been in space or outside of the space, and it's like a lot of people dream about what that is like. And so when you get to put a VR headset on and you get to be part of it, like sometimes you don't even play the game, you get stuck just like looking and awing at that. And that's what stinks, is that when you put it into a standalone, it kind of takes away that immersion that you're trying to let the user experience.
Yeah, but I'm pretty hopeful that technology, as they keep evolving, maybe standalone would provide as much the same quality as PC. It just takes time, and or maybe like everyone will port over to the other side. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, let's dive into some more questions.
Yeah, he's been eagerly waiting for these questions. I just really wanted to dive into
I'm good at waiting. Don't worry.
I know. So yeah.
So for little couple things nitpicky, right? I'm a nitpicky kind of person. So for your tutorial, I'm very experienced. I understand you guys have a tutorial for basic players. So are you going to add a way to skip the tutorials for people who are more experienced in VR sooner or later?
Yes. Okay. That is definitely yes. We just haven't done it. We didn't get to polish. Yeah.
And then why do you have to select smooth turn or snap turn at the start of every session? I'm curious.
Yeah, actually, that is a good question. We didn't realize we kind of done like repetitive thing, but in the future, we will remove that for a player who has been in the game.
Okay, yeah.
So as
I was just
long, yeah,
curious.
you
Maybe it
have,
could be, like a certain reason that maybe you want a snap turn one day, or maybe you want like no turn at all. Um,
totally.
are you gonna add difficulty levels like easy, medium, hard, depending on how like waves, maybe how big the waves are of zombies and stuff, or like how difficult they are to kill? Are you gonna change that?
I have to say, so the current game design, we want to encourage the players to come back and keep playing and get
Hmm.
better. As the roguelite play, we want them to come, and next time when they enter the same space will be harder. So as long as
Okay.
you finished each round and the enemies type and numbers and the difficulty will all increase.
Adaptive difficulty.
Perfect.
I love it. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, and then I don't think the player want to go back to the easier side, so you can just like keep playing. But also, of course, for player who just enter the game, if they are just super good, I think it's a good idea. Actually, we can add that function. Like you can just jump to the higher.
Skip to higher tiers. Yeah. That was actually my next question.
Yeah,
Is there a way to skip to the higher tiers? Because like I love the laser sword for your melee. I love that. That's such a cool function because I'm totally
thank you.
about the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 with your tack knife and your pistol, and you could like hold your pistol and you have your knife out and you could like
Yeah,
stave the zombies off so they don't hit you. I love that function. That is such a cool like little like way to show off your technical prowess and still have functionality and keep your like your gameplay all mashed into the same thing. It's awesome.
thank you. Glad you like it. There are even people asking us, why don't you do like a lightsaber thing and
Hmm.
just like cut zombie pieces? But we want to be more like original, and it's not just get a lightsaber into the
I
space.
like the taser function of it because I can't for the life of me think of a
Yeah,
game that did something similar where it doesn't kill the zombies, but it does kill the zombies after a while, but like yeah, it's like a taser. You tase them pretty much. That's a
right.
really cool function.
Yeah, and also the melee weapon comes energies. If you notice, you got to pick up those energy
Hmm.
battery on the floor, and those you also have to use wisely. So we don't want to make people feel the melee weapon you can use like whatever to kill zombies. So just like a to other combat is a combination different way
Hmm.
of combat.
I love it. It's a very cool function. I'm in love with it. If we should be able to, I don't know about you guys, but like that's I wish people were more imaginative in other games like this. Like, yeah, I don't want to do a lightsaber. Let's do a taser saber or something like that, and it works. It's an amazing functionality. Like it actually does what you'd expect something in the future to do. Like you tase somebody, and it doesn't kill them unless you tase them a long time, and it's got limited functionality. It's perfect.
So
Yeah, thank you.
you keep using the word zombie. Are they truly zombies, or do you have their own names?
Or the aliens? What
Yeah,
are they? Because
yeah.
Yeah, this has to go back to our background, the story background.
mhm.
Actually, the each enemy has different name, but in general, people love to call them zombies. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
look like zombies.
I it remindes me of like
Like they're
xenomorphs
also
from Dead Space.
ah
That's what they remind
yes,
me of.
that we love that by the way. It's a
Yes,
huge inspiration
yes.
for us. Yeah, just go to the question. We have like those enemies are pretty much mutants. We got like reinforced also cyborgs. They are all like kind of different stuff. Just looking kind of like all monster zombie-ish. And we also got like soldiers, human soldiers who are modified some way, become
Hmm.
like techno cyborg soldiers. And also those like flamethrower, if
Yeah,
you
those big
notice,
guys
they're
are a
like
menace. I hate those guys. I hate the
yeah, they're
flamethrowers.
also I hate that too. I hate all of them when I start to play. They are humans in design, but they're also genetically mutated, so
Yeah.
they're kind of like also scientific experimented work result, and then that's just our settings of the enemy. There are a lot of variations of them.
I liked the variability of like if you shoot them in the legs, sometimes they'll fall over and they still become crawlers. Or like for the flying enemies, they're very you shooting them's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Shooting the flying enemies was pretty hard. So like dealing with the flyers while you had ground guys attacking you, like this is a fucking annoying combo. I love it. Like it definitely you had to change your gameplay depending on which enemies you saw. Like the tank guys is just run the entirely other way and keep shooting. Like it was, otherwise you're gonna get hit a couple times by him.
Yeah, yeah. And if as you progress to higher level, you also encounter like invisible enemies. And I don't want to give out too much about it, but you will see if you play.
Yeah, that's
Like
pretty.
they're totally invisible.
So for the oxygen, why add an oxygen like a survive? What would you call it? Like a survival kind of aspect to it, where you have to find something to be able to keep your oxygen, keep alive. Why add that?
Yeah. Um,
Is it to put
so
pressure? Is
echo
it to
to
put
our
pressure on the player?
yeah, yeah. We want a player to feel intense and especially during the gameplay to play as faster as they can, get better each time. This is definitely a fast-paced game, and action kind of elevated that part, that aspect. And also space, in the space you have to keep your action ample, and you have to keep to make sure everything you get, the resources are over there, and then this whole design just create the atmosphere that of survival, challenging, and you're not only shooting the zombies and for fun, you're trying to survive. So resources collection are important.
Yeah, I found that very soon. Like when I defeated the first level after the initial area for the tutorial, once I was climbing the towers, I was realizing, holy cow, I need to start collecting, because I went to the crafting table and I saw how much it required. I was like, yeah, I need to like that's literally all I would do. I wouldn't go to the buff area. I wouldn't do anything else. I would literally just go to the crafter, take everything that I got, put everything in it, and then go to the next level and take everything and throw it in the next crafter. That way I had it for the next time that I wanted to craft. That's how I got like a lot of the bow stuff really easy. Yeah, granted I didn't get a lot of buffs, but I was able to do all the buys for the upgrades and stuff.
Yeah, and also one part for the background story of the character, the armor was damaged in the beginning, so your character, your avatar, has to keep collecting oxygen to going through the whole journey.
Okay.
So it's just it's not only you need oxygen, it's also your armor is broken.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So there's actually missions, there's like reasons then.
So yeah, that's a little bit more challenging for the player.
Because there's basically a start to end then, right? Is there an end game to the game? Like what happens when they're done with the stages? Or is it always just continuous?
I think it's continuous at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah. Good question. For the EA version, which I can tell right now, is like an endless loop of dying and bring back to life, and you just have to find out what's going on. We actually provided certain game plots, story elements throughout each round. As much the more you finish the level, the more you get to know the story of the whole
that's cool.
of the whole game and why the guy keeps dying. But also, as I said, we are working on the full release of the game. This early access is only small part of the game story, and we will have more contents to let the player experience, and so you won't be just simply dying and coming back to life and killing and then dying. It's more like there is a philosophical circle of how guy trying to make sense of his life and make sense of the world. And maybe it's up to the player or your choice to decide what you want to do in the end, because eventually you are on gameplay. You are doing this thing. You're living this kind of life, and then eventually, if you want to keep going, it's then you're not dying then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some like some Rick and Morty stuff going on right there. just, just continuously going.
Yeah.
And
Also,
I'm a big
yeah.
sucker for lore. So if you all have lore stuff out there, I'll read there. It's just like I've always liked when games like also have like side off like comic books, like they make like this is what's going on as well. So it'd be cool eventually as you all get ready to release the game is just like smidget like lore of maybe of like the enemies, like lore of the enemies, how they became who they are. That'd be a cool idea. Just because I like knowing everything about a game, and if there's like little side notes of things, especially like any game that I've ever played, if they have a journal of the enemy that I've killed, and then exactly who they are, like their size.
Yeah,
their
there's a couple.
weight,
There's a
I
couple
kind of
journals
like.
you can find through the
Oh,
game.
can you?
Like you can, it's like a little data stem, and you stick it in your arm, and it reads the data
Okay.
stem to you. It's really cool. I love that function. You don't actually have to like read it. You just stick it in your arm. It's like, hey, here.
You now have the
It's nice.
knowledge.
Yeah,
You now have knowledge.
yeah, yeah. Because for that part, we also don't want to interrupt too much of the FPS gameplay. And for the lore, I try to make it more naturally like integrated into the game. And we didn't have too much for you for the players to really pause and read. I feel that would break the immersion. But also in the future, we'll do like more different type of experiment in storytelling. I feel like that's very exciting for VR game storytelling versus like traditional video games narrative is quite different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can talk more if you are interested. I'm like super nerdy about it.
Oh, I
So
love
so
lore.
I wanna make a suggestion. I want you guys to bring the lights down more. It's too bright right now, right? I think you guys need to make things more dimly lit and more dreary. Like you guys do good with the map design. I love the map design, but making things darker, like I think it would add to that horror element. So like at present moment, the lights are like almost fully on for most places. Like maybe you could add it so where you could have a flashlight and it's a lot darker and the enemies are a lot
Mhm.
harder to see to make it that even scarier. Like I would like not gonna like I can't play it down. Like I would probably get scared. You know, I'm not a scareable man. But like I hate dark lit rooms and things popping out at me. That is my pet peeve. But that would like that's a Dead Space edition. Like I like the darkness as much as I hate it. I like it. I like that moment of just surprise. Oh, I start shooting to get freaked out. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Did you notice like in the tower, the
Mm.
space tower, you actually get to experience power up. There are several times the whole space station is kind of dark
I must
for a
have missed
while,
that. Yeah.
and I feel that is yeah, that we actually have that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
fundamentally is like such a good part of it. Like I can't imagine being like some one of those enemies just popping up out of nowhere, or the flamethrower guy popping up out of nowhere in the middle of the darkness. Oh, hi there. I love
Right.
the wandering AI on the enemies too. Like the wandering AI is actually really good. Like I actually have to patrol the map to find some of the AIs because they actually move around.
Yeah, and we're trying to make it more intelligent, like because that part is also something we need to polish and optimize. But
I
yes,
think
dark.
they're really good.
I love dark in VR too. What?
I think they're really good. Like the AI at the moment, like unless like you're down a corridor, they'll track you for the most part. Like they're pretty good at finding you.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe We want to make it more interactive, and
Hmm.
then the enemies are not just simply just wandering its own space. Like each enemy, as the AI designed its own patrolling area, but
Hmm.
maybe they will get to be more intelligent to track you down, but also
That's creepy. Oh no.
knowing who you are. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like what Cuss was saying. I'm the exact opposite. I get scared at everything. Everything that jumps
Okay.
out at me, I literally crap my pants. I was literally just like playing a game the other day,
Hmm.
and there was like just an
Yeah.
NPC, not even scary. It was just a normal person. The only difference is he spoke Russian, and he just like said hello, and I just like all of a sudden I threw my gun, and I'm like supposed to kill him. I'm just like I don't even have a gun in my hand. Yeah, so I get terrified on that. So games like that would definitely. I like the lights on, unlike Cuss where he likes lights off.
Oh yeah, lights off all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you so there are other games have done like the flashlight
Hmm.
gameplay, like The Walking Dead. We have
Hmm.
played it. We our gun has like flashlight
Okay.
over it every time when the power is off.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so, but I think it's a really nice use of VR technology in your game when it turns dark, and then everything you have is your controller, right? And your
Hmm.
controller is the only your hands are the only weapons you get to rely on. You're not just like looking at things. You're trying to find your way out, and I feel that's what's unique about VR.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are doing great with what you have now. Like what you guys have
And
built
thank
so far has like the potential to be big. Like even bigger than hopefully Walking Dead Saints and Sinners because Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is good. It has its own background, sure. But you guys have a basis for something that isn't in VR at all right now. There's no sci-fi
Yeah.
shooters like your game right now.
Yeah, I love sci-fi.
you.
Anything sci-fi I watch. So I'm definitely looking forward for it to come to my dimmed down version of VR so I can play it.
It's actually not that scary as to me if you wanna just try it. And I feel like it should be dark
She
and
said you a
more
wimp.
dim. Maybe I just played too much horror games. VR
Love
games
horror
generally
games.
horror thriller. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not big on it. If you throw anything zombie like at me, I'm spraying and praying while screaming. Like, I do a lot of streaming and stuff, and people know that if I'm gonna stream some type of zombie game, they're gonna hear me screaming the whole entire time.
Fun boy called you a coward.
Exactly, coward.
So for me, my experience for zombies was the not Red Dead Redemption zombies. That was one of them, but Resident Evil. Resident Evil was so good of a series, like
Yeah.
all of them. They had both combat and horror all in one, and that like actually got me as a kid, and that's what made me love like combat horror games. So like
Yeah.
games like Deadlight, not Deadlight. What's this game? Dying Light. Dying Light is a really cool combat game with like melee and stuff, similar to asimilar, but not the same thing. So
So
Mhm.
I love it.
will this game? I know that you mentioned PvP and PvE. As of right now, will there be any type of leaderboard that you're showing right now for the continuous loop that you have going?
Yes. Actually, for the early release, we got players rank system
Mhm.
inside the game. It's just later when we are trying to integrate that into our co-op mode, it's working weird, so we just kind of take it off. But later we'll put them alive again for players to see the ranking and everything. We also have a website, and all the player can also manually checking the data when they log in to the online account. Also in game, you get to see like what's your ranking in the globe. and
Okay.
what are the best players, like who has the most kill, or who use the most ammos,
Mm-hmm.
or who acquire more skills. So
Mm-hmm.
all of those will be shown like, instantaneously.
Yeah, and are you will you all expand on that as well, like accuracy, headshots? It would be also be cool to see who killed the most of what type of monster as well. Would be nice to see.
Yeah, we have a rough count of that, like how many like zombies in general, how many soldiers we
Mm-hmm.
kill.
Mm.
But later on, we'll have like a more specific category.
Yeah.
As I say, like cyborg, reinforced cyborgs, the boomer zombie. Those are the big guy. If you play, they're all different enemy, and there are a few of them, but they are actually harder to play to
Mm-hmm.
kill. So that's yeah, definitely what we're gonna do.
And do each enemy have their own strength and weaknesses? Is there certain things that might possibly make them stronger? And then will there be certain areas on their body that if you shoot that would actually weaken them?
Yeah, so like the zombies, you shoot them in the head, obviously. It's all
Yeah,
zombies.
yeah.
But I don't know about the metal suit guys. The metal suit guys, they just take rounds. It doesn't matter where you hit them. They're tanks. I didn't see a weakness.
Yeah. The thing is, so if you try like aiming at the gas tank
Hmm.
where the
On his
metal
back.
guys, yeah, on the back is the weakness.
Oh, that's the weakness. Oh, god dang. I'm finding
That's
this
why.
out
And
now.
also, yeah, you can ask us, but it's also we encourage the players to like discover this themselves.
Mhm.
And most people they feel like they would attack from front. It's actually not encouraged. It's best to attack from the side or back.
See, this is like cool. Like no games have done this.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, you got to like move fast and knowing like where are your enemies at. Like
Mhm.
there, let's say the boomer zombie, the big guy, it will explode after you like shoot them and kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get to like hide somewhere or like stay as far as possible after you shoot them. And then for yeah, like generally all of those bigger zombies they have like poison gas and also gas that slow you down. Just try to stay as far as possible.
Very cool. I
Yeah.
have a couple questions about your company. So the game right now is $15 to get on early access on Steam. Is there any
Mhm.
other ways to support you guys outside of just buying the game?
um I would say first definitely EA and for release we just have this only
The
way
purchase
to
option? Yeah.
purchase. But later on, we'll probably add more like DLC and different story chapters
Awesome.
to enrich the whole kind of storytelling part, and people get to experience different gameplay. And yeah, maybe that's how we were thinking right now. But let's say for the multiplayer version, we're considering still just thinking providing more customization function
I
for
figured, yeah.
player because we got an armor system going
Mm-hmm.
on in
Hmm.
multiplayer co-op. And if you have played Warframe,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and you yeah, so you get to pick your own armor, and each armor representing different skill, and also you get to customize them. You look cool, and you get to exchange resources with other players. We think that might be a part we can monetize a little bit, and also we can rely on that to create more cool stuff. And because armors are
Absolutely.
really
Yeah.
So
yeah.
will you make what? So you have armors and then you have other customization. Will it be like Warframe or like Destiny, where those certain armors are sought to look
Stat
for and their
values.
stat values, and they make you, stronger, give you better buffs, things like that.
Or are they just going to
Yeah.
be plain cosmetic?
Maybe we want to try to balance both. For certain players, it's people hate it when the whoever pays money and they win the game.
Premium, yeah.
So it's definitely balance comes first, and then we want to provide some sort of incentive, like either you spend more time in collecting resources in game, and then you can also upgrade your armor, or spend a little bit of money to get your armor or exosuit armor upgraded, and each way all represents something.
Yeah, because I'm a huge Destiny person to where I go out of the way to get that max light power. If you know what that means, there's a certain power that you have to be at to do raids and stuff like that. Will there be any point where your stat value might be like Destiny's light power, to where it's like a recommended, you might need this much armor or have this type of upgrade to go to this region of the game?
It's kind of different because our map is definitely not that huge as comparing to Destiny.
Yeah.
But we also I think we will add just like levels, design and different difficulties for each area for player to explore. Let's say one of our armor, it's called what's that called? Infiltrator. Yeah, infiltrator, you get to be invisible in the area. So when you're doing the co-ops, and one of you have to be invisible to retrieve certain thing, and I think that's the value and in the game. Cool. Yeah, and actually we have the function, the skill chips right now in early access. It's just not showed as armor. It's just showed as like a skill you acquire after finish 6th level. But I'm just saying. So we got invisibility, we got time deduction, like the bullet time skill. We also got the X-ray version right now. You get to see through weird enemies are.
I need to find this.
Yeah, it's already made. So those skills, they will be in each suit. If you want to acquire that skill, you definitely have to get that armor and to play. Otherwise, you're just like a normal soldier playing it, and besides, you might customize your armor, but you don't have the special armors for combat.
And it's in the armor's fully customized. Like you have certain things that can be like color coded, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Halo, where you can customize your colors, your visor.
Yes, yeah. If you, I can send you like a few, like our 2D and also rendered 3D models pictures, and
That'd
we have already done that actually.
I like your guys' advertisement. You guys advertise really well on multiple platforms, both on Reddit and like Steam. You guys do really good. Reach out.
Thank you. So, we're just trying our best.
I noticed at an expo you had an actual suit at one of the expos. So it'd be cool for like maybe a potential way to like just have a nice another earning and for the game to make like a profit, is a lot of times games have collector edition bundles that come out with the key code, but it'd be cool to get the game with like a smaller thing of that larger scale that you had. I think a lot of people would go for getting like a smaller collectible action.
I'll buy an armor set and wear it for you guys to advertise for you. Give me an armor set. I'll advertise for you with it on. I'll wear it while I VR. The only thing I won't be able to wear is the helmet.
But yeah, I've seen people with nice collector things, like have a lore book and then have like an actual scaled down version of one of the exosuits. I know a lot of people that would go for that.
I'm one of those guys. That's me. You're talking to me.
That's a good point. Yeah, I would definitely will do that. But this brings up a really good thing. I want to share with you guys. We're actually also making a suit that's motion like sensor, has like motion sensor,
motion cap.
Motion cap to adapt to our game, so the player get to wear it in the game and to like help them move, and also perhaps adding like haptic feedback and some other functions. So this will be like a really nice little accessory, like hardware, for player to play our game, because this will be totally adapted to each our gameplay. Also, it looks like the other armor suit.
Yeah.
Like I said, give me an armor suit. I'll gladly advertise for you. I'll wear the suit while I'm streaming your game. I'll wear it.
Totally. Yeah, just stay tuned. We are still working on it.
Yes.
But we are really excited. We're really excited. I try to make our game more immersive and more fun to play instead of just like two controller.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love it. I love games that do that. Because I have Vive trackers for like full body, but like I think 10% of games on the market right now have that functionality. I would love to have like be able to use my feet and like actually have the vest on for like haptic feedback. Yes, just yes.
Yeah, I think anything that makes the game more immersive. Have you all been tested the game using like gun stocks? Are you gonna add virtual stock to the game?
Yeah, we're not doing that, but we will consider it
eventually. Okay.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people. I'm not a big fan of the virtual stock, but I know a lot of people do. It just makes you stiffer. But I prefer just using the real stock and like in real life. So yeah, definitely something that I think I like. But definitely a haptic. Are you guys gonna go aside from the haptic vest, or are you gonna have your own thing? Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll have our own thing. It's like a multifunctional accessory, and that will help our game experience.
I'll wear that wetsuit.
Yeah, we're not like decided like what it is right now. I feel like it's very revolutionary in some way, because we haven't seen any other type of product, and we're trying to like create it and see how it goes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it'd be cool to make a game that's not out there, and then also be like, here's this product.
We have our own cool hardware.
Exactly.
Yeah. The only exclusive place to get it. Come get it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
right, because our team, we have like a few very very great engineers and also hardware makers, and we always try to like collaborate and see how this would uplifting our game experience, and they always come up with very very nice like experiment, and we're just like, okay, let's see if it works.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and and so surprisingly, we are already coming up on the end of this hour, so we're gonna start wrapping up. That hour is super fast. You are definitely very enjoyable to speak to. Very not like this game. I can't wait to be able to play it. I know Kuss is he'll definitely be playing it for sure, and be keeping me updated on it. But is there anything that you want to kind of wrap up on this thing that you want to tell anybody before we leave? And then also, I should have said, you hold your thoughts.
I got you.
I also want to say as well is that you all are more than welcome to come on again when this game is fully released, and then talk about. I always like to bring people on this stage, and then when they fully release, be like, all right, let's talk about what you have going on now. So,
we would love to, and also when the hardware, if we successfully make that into a product, we'll love to share it to the whole world. Yeah. Thank you. And as the last word, I just want people to wait for us. Our multiplayer co-op is coming up in a few months, and our like PvE first and then PvP. So join us. You will be lit. Totally. We just need more players to join and make it fun.
One question. Am I allowed to stream this game on Twitch? I wanted to make sure, because like I was just making sure, because some places are like, hey, we gave you a beta key, don't kind of like stream it. So if I can stream it, I will stream it. It'll be eventually.
Yeah. On the early access, it's totally okay. Everything is it's in store Steam, and everyone get to play. It's not big deal.
Okay, well, I'll be streaming it then, hopefully soon here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Later, if we got alpha test figured out for the multiplayer, you're welcome. I can share some internal testing key for you.
Okay.
if you like.
I would appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That's something I'm also super excited for, because co-op, it definitely is a totally different game
Yeah.
experience, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
love playing with each other.
Girl, I'm gonna shoot you in the face and co-op.
We all know you
Yeah,
got
and
potato
doing
aim.
silly things.
Cuss has potato aim,
Yeah.
so I'm not even worried about it. She might be able to shoot some zombies, but he can't be shooting me spinning around real life. We
We also, yeah, we're thinking like, should we add this gameplay, like the player will have to, how to say, be careful like
Accidental
shooting
damage.
their
Yeah.
teammate.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because right now we're like, no, there's no accidental
You
damage.
should.
What if they are? And people
You should. Yeah.
shooting
Friendly
each
fire
other
would add to the
all the
aspect of the
time.
game. I'm just saying.
I 100% agree with
Yeah.
friendly fire at all times, but you should do like there's a game out now that there's friendly fire, but if you do it too much, because some people are just will abuse it and just kill their team. It's called team killing. Is that after so much, you can tell that it reverses the friendly fire back on them and it hurts them, and that's just how you stop people from team killing like purposely.
Yeah. God.
So
Cute.
yeah, so for people that don't know, I have found your link tree. It is in the description as well. So if people want to go and see your socials, see your website, see where they can get the game for Steam, it's all in the description. We will definitely have you all on again to see where this game is at in the future for sure. You're more than welcome to come on. Thanks again for coming on. I know that you had to wake up, somewhat earlier for this, and we're sitting here Sunday at night. We're in the past, you're in the future right now. So thanks for taking time out of your Monday to be part of this podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's a pleasure talking to you, like, definitely. And thank you, Mads and Kuss.
Yes, thank you for coming. It was very enjoyable, and I love all the answers to my questions. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Got lots of
Yeah,
them.
I'm glad.
So just to
And thanks for playing our game.
Yeah, Kuss.
Yeah,
I told him
I
you
joined
better
the
play
Discord.
this game.
I joined the Discord, so I'll be in there hanging out every now and then, hopefully streaming, or just out and about, just streaming.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll keep you updated as well. We have like 3 or 4 other people in our part of our esports team that will be playing it, and I know that when PvP comes out, they're very competitive people, so they'll probably take that PvP to a whole nother level for you, just because of their making my fun of my name. But they're definitely freaks at playing VR. That's why they're part of the esports team, is because all they do is play VR. But
yeah.
Other than that, just to end this podcast, since we had this podcast today, we will not have our normal podcast on Monday. We will pick back up the next Monday after that. I don't know who our guest is yet. Who knows? It might just be Kuss and I, or I might find somebody. I sometimes randomly find people. But other than that, please go check out Wandering in Space. If you just want to even look at it, they have a very good intro video of what the game about is on YouTube that made me, when I first watched it, can't wait to play it. So if anything, go check out their YouTube video and check out their links in the description. Kuss, you have a good week. I'll talk to you in the Discord. Leah, be in contact with us, and we're going to go to the ending screen. So just wave.
Bye. Have a great night.
Just adding last words. We got a demo.
Last words.
We got a free demo in Steam. Yeah, so you can actually play for free, like a short version of it.
So you can play for free for a short version?
There's a demo. Try it.
There's a demo.
Yeah, we got a demo. Yeah, go to our Steam page. We got a free demo.
Okay, before we ended, she caught us. I will say, go right there to the Steam page. There is
it's right there.
Demo.
The game's only
demo.
$15.99, $14.99, something like that.
But you're gonna, or skip the demo and buy it, because we already know that when you do the demo, you're gonna like it anyway.
Yeah, it's not expensive at all, though.
It's very, very good price wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go check out the demo and then go buy the game.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you. All right, glad